Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of World of Warcraft, The Legend of Berndahl. As you can see, this is not where we left off last time, because for episode 20 I've decided to do something a little bit special. Right now we are in the city of Stormwind. All I did was flight path over here and run over here to the beginning. But it is time for Darkmoon Faire, so we're going to go check that out. Darkmoon Faire is an event that happens once a month. I believe it lasts for about a week, and it's just a big carnival. But there are... Well, okay, so it's a carnival, and the carnival's kind of fun. There's a lot of things to do there. But it's also good for beginning World of Warcraft characters, because it has a lot of opportunities to improve things that are normally a little bit... Well, I wouldn't say difficult to improve, but there's just a lot of stuff going on there that is really useful for beginning characters. So I wanted to, well, first of all, I think Berndahl deserves a little break. And I think he deserves a little bit of a break. And, you know, if I can show you anything about anything to help your game out, you know, so much the better. So, as you can see from Stormwind, we just headed down the road past Goldshire, and here's the portal to Darkmoon Faire. Darkmoon Faire is available to both Alliance and Horde characters. It is a week where we've agreed we are not going to be fighting over anything. We're just going to be celebrating. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a Sleepy Hollow type vibe, which I like. If you come here when you're like very low level, I wanted to show you this. They actually provide mounts for you. So I'm going to put Logger away here. And they have these Darkmoon Striders, which you can just click. And it helps you get to the fair, which is pretty hospitable of them. Right now it is July 3rd, so the fair has got a lot of fireworks going on full time. I believe the fair usually has some fireworks going on, but they're going a little bit crazy with it now, which is really cool. So, the carnival has a bunch of, you know, carnival things to do. They have games that you can play, and they have different contests, and so the main things that they have here cost tokens, I think. And you can come up here and talk to this guy about some information. You can purchase a Darkmoon Adventurer's Guide. Mysteries and wonders surround us every day, not just at the fair. We've compiled a list of some of the wonders you may encounter in your everyday business. The Darkmoon's Adventurer Guide will help you navigate the wonders of the world. With this guide in your possession, you may come across items you never knew existed. Items you may have taken for granted in the past are now treasures that others long for. Keep the guide with you and keep your eyes open for mystery. If you happen to lose the guide, seek us out and replace it for free.
Do not seek death.
So they give you one for free, which is nice. And it means that when you're adventuring around Azeroth, you can get little bonuses that you can turn into Darkmoon Faire. So as I said, you need some tokens for Darkmoon games. We're going to go ahead and pick up 20. I don't think we're actually going to need that many, but... And it's important to open the bag, because otherwise you don't get access to the tokens. So we're going to be doing a few things here. There are a bunch of different games that you can play, which aren't showing up here, but there are a bunch of different games you can play. Succeeding at the games, well, like, I'll give an example here. Whack-a-mole, or whack-a-knoll. We've got hammers, we've got knolls. If you've got a token, you can use the hammer to whack some knolls. And they've got a daily quest here. So you want to whack some knolls? Well, you've come to the right place. The goal is simple. Score 30 points in a minute. Use the mallet I give you, and when you're ready to whack, speak to me when you're ready to start. And then they'll give me a Darkmoon game prize. So I'll accept that. And let's get off our mount and say we are ready to whack. And the idea here is you whack the gnolls, but you do not whack the babies. And there are some leader gnolls, the ones in leather back there. They are actually worth 3. Anyway, a lot of these games are just kind of silly, you know, like whack-a-mole. They're not too terribly difficult. You don't need to be any specific level to do these. Some of them are, I find, more fun than others. Like whack-a-mole here is kind of fun. If you whack a baby, you get stunned for a few seconds. There, so I got my 30. Wacha. Because Berndahl, of course, is an expert at whacking gnolls now. And then when you run out of time, you get teleported out. But since I got 30, I'll come over here and turn that in. And she gives me a Darkmoon game prize. Yay! Which I can then open up and get a Darkmoon prize ticket. And I will show you what you can do with those later. This is getting shot out of a cannon.
Hi, you're a tall one.
This one is funny because it's a little bit... this one will actually cost you money if you are not patient. So she's going to shoot you out of a... let's see. For just 1 Darkmoon game token, you can ride the Blastenheimer 5000 Ultra Cannon, but the fun doesn't end there. We've placed a target in the water near the boardwalk. If you can score 5 points from your landing, you can win some prize tickets. A bullseye gets you 5 points, a close shot 3, and landing at least near it gets you 1. Happy landings.
Very well, then.
I normally do this one. I'm going to skip it right now. There's a guy down at the end that will teleport you back, but at a cost. And I'm not planning on making a video of me riding back and forth, or running back and forth, so let's see. So there are a bunch of games that are pretty fun to play. There's some pet battle stuff here if you're interested in that. We're going to go ahead and do this talk challenge also. I'm not going to do all the games. A lot of them are pretty self-explanatory. Oh, let's see. What is this one? Oh, I didn't read it. Basically, you control a little remote control. A little remote control talk here, and you try to blow up targets. And by targets, I mean the actual targets, not the other players. Although I think these are all just robot players that go around and try to shoot you if you stay close to them too long. Let's see. You want to get 30. These games, despite what they're saying, they don't require hardly any skill at all, because you can just keep coming back and doing them over and over again. And you just need to get, like here, you need to get 30 targets. With the whack-a-gnolls, you needed to get 30 points. But you could just keep coming back and spending tokens until you get your 30. So even if you don't get them all in one run, it's no big deal. Like that time I didn't actually get it all in one run, so we'll do it again. We're ready to play. It is possible to get shot here by either the other tanks or the Zeppelin, and you can get, well, let's see. You can see they fire. And if I sit here and just let them hit me, they'll blow me up like they did. And then that ends your challenge early, but we're going to go ahead and turn this in. Get another Darkmoon game prize. Oh yeah, you always get a Darkmoon ticket, but sometimes you get a little, like we got a Darkmoon wyvern. Oh, you can't use it here. Just like a little, like a little toy or something to play around with. They're fun. let's see. What else are we going to do? Okay, so another thing that they have here is they have opportunities for you to raise your skills, which I'm looking for and I haven't found yet. The only requirement is that you have to be at least journeyman level, which is level 75, I believe. So like if I come over here, this is a little shooting gallery, which is kind of fun. But if you're a miner, you can get this rearm, reuse, recycle. Fairgoers love the steam tonks, and when Darkmoon Faire closes, these grounds will be littered with tonk scrap. It'd be a shame to let all that good metal just set in the dirt. If you help me collect some of the larger scraps, I can use them to reforge broken tonk parts. It's a lot less expensive than buying new metal every time. What do you say? So I'm going to say yes. And then all around the grounds, you will see a little flashing little tonk scraps. Like I can already see this one here. And these things are super easy. And when you turn them in, you get Darkmoon tickets, and you get 5 points in your profession, which is not huge, but it's not a big deal for like your gathering professions, because we don't spend a lot of time with those. But even so, we I've been keeping up okay. But like for things like blacksmithing, where you can only advance when you've got certain materials or you've got a certain recipe, and especially at higher levels, they get kind of expensive. So being able to come here and getting a +5 can be really nice. And aside, if you're going to be coming here anyway because it's fun, then there's really nothing to lose. So like right there, I just picked up the 5 or 6 parts he asked me to. So I come over here, turn that in, and get a +5 mining skill, game token, and some prize tickets. And they have one of these for every skill. Like I said, the only requirement is that you have at least 75. And then, let's see, there's also a blacksmith in here somewhere. But you can raise your cooking skill, you can raise your first aid skill, your fishing skill, if you've been doing them, which I haven't. But some of them require you to bring things in from outside the fair, which means that either you can come in here, find out what you need, then leave, go back into town, get them, or you can find some guides that have a list of what you might need. If I remember to, I will link that in the description, one of those guides. Let's see. I am also looking for... I'm actually looking for the blacksmith profession quest, which I don't know where it is, to tell you the truth, because I don't usually play blacksmith.
Interesting.
Oh, here we go. You may have seen my horse, Baby, over near the wagons. She pulls the cart that hauls some of the animals in our zoo bazaar. She's a hard worker, and she tears through shoes like you wouldn't believe. It's about time for a new set. I've already bought the new raw materials. All you need to do is shape them over an anvil and apply them to Baby's feet. It's a quick job and worth some tickets, wouldn't you say?
Daylight's burning.
So we'll do that. We need to get some horseshoes. So we need to find an anvil too. But, okay, so over here they have the ETC, the Elite Tauren Chieftains, which is a band, and they put on a show, I think, every half hour or so, which is pretty cool. They have a menagerie here if you'd like to go and see some of the rarer creatures, which is also cool. There's a lot of games. If you come here at midnight, there is a PvP brawling, Thunderdome type pit. There are jugglers, there's... This place right here is really mysterious. This has been under construction for as long as I've played, and I don't know what they have planned for it, but it'll be interesting when they open it up. They have other games, like they have a game where you can actually fly around with like rocket boots and stuff. Okay, so when you actually have your Darkmoon tickets,
I got the best deals anywhere.
they have vendors around here that sell you all kinds of rare stuff that you can't get anywhere else. They have pets and they have toys. They have like this Darkmoon top hat that gives you bonus experience and reputation while you're using it. They have, if you were interested in playing and getting like really, like you're going to be playing lots of other characters, you can come over here and buy heirloom items, which are, they are special pieces of armor or weapons that level up as your character levels up. And some of them actually give you bonus experience. And these things are account bound. So you can, you know, come here like after a couple months, collect a lot of tickets, and then you can buy stuff that you can put on your, you know, level 1 characters. And it's going to be a good piece of armor or a good weapon that levels up. So you don't have to keep replacing it. And some of the experience, you get experience bonuses while you have it as well, which means you level up faster. And what some people do is, sorry, I'm looking for an amble while I'm talking. What some people will do is they'll actually come here quite a lot and they'll spend all their tickets on heirloom items. There's a forge. They'll spend all their money on heirloom items, and then when you're playing your alt characters, you can get them equipped up, and they'll have better armor and weapons than they would ordinarily, which level up with them. And you get more experience as you go. Okay, we got 4 new horseshoes. So there is also, down at the bottom, there's a race where you can try out one of multiple different mounts. And then there's a race that goes around Darkmoon Faire. There's also some hidden quests and mysteries, if you're so inclined. Those are pretty interesting as well. So there's actually quite a lot to do here. And I come here with at least a couple of my characters every time it's up. Like I said, I wasn't going to spend a whole lot of time looking at all the different options, but let's see, how many tokens did I get? It's considered currency, so I just did a little bit. No, I didn't actually turn in the quest, did I? But I'll probably end up with like 10 tickets here, which is not a lot, but if I were to go and do all of the other...
Can I help you?
Here we go. Thank you for your help, Berndahl. Here's the payment I promised.
Right.
And so now I've got 10 tickets. Yeah, so the tickets add up, and you can get some cool stuff. You can get like fun little toys. You can get pets. You can get all kinds of stuff. The last thing here is fishing. If you like fishing, Darkmoon Faire is an awesome place to practice your fishing, because it'll help you level up to like 500 or 600 if you are so inclined and you've got the time. In addition, all the fish that you get here are Darkmoon. Forget exactly what they're called.
Service with a smile.
They are these Darkmoon dagger maws, and you can use those to buy other items, among which is you can buy a special mount that works underwater. As far as I know, it's the easiest one to get of its kind. There are other pets you can get. If your fishing's not very high, you can go and get these day-old Darkmoon donuts, which give you plus 200 to your fishing for 10 minutes. You can get a treasure map, which begins a quest here in Darkmoon Faire.
Be ready for anything.
So that's pretty cool too. You can also there's a lot higher amount of just random stuff that you can get, like crates or other fish that you can like use them, and the fish have eaten other things, and you can actually get quite a lot of gold and stuff. Oh, also those the Darkmoon dagger maws, they actually sell for quite a lot on the auction house too, if you were short on gold. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff to do here. But I do not want to spend an hour here in Darkmoon Faire, so we are going to head back out, and this will put us right back into Stormland. And I will Hearthstone to get back to Ironforge. And like I said, you can come up here and look at the calendar, and you can find out exactly when Darkmoon Faire is every month. So like here, it begins on the 2nd, and it goes until the 8th. So, yeah. And I think next episode we'll get back to our questing. So, yeah, that's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Bye.